Hello everyone and welcome back to THMOTO. I'm TH. This is part 2 of our ride to the retreat at Mount Charleston. I am freezing. Just started another video from the side of the road. First time for everything, right? Another motorcycling first for me because of the 29-minute limit on my videos. And today we're going to talk about the giveaway because who am I if not the person you expect me to be? And hopefully it's coming up soon. You never know when a viral video might pop up that gets me a bunch of subscribers. Actually, I do. It's not going to happen anytime soon, but it's okay. I'm going to keep talking about it until then. So if you want to hear me stop talking about it, stop watching my no, don't stop watching my videos. Tell people that you know to subscribe to my channel. Yeah, that's the thing that I wanted to say. Yeah, do that. Tell people that you know to subscribe to my channel, and then you can get stuff because they're probably not going to watch my videos, but you are, and that's going to increase your chances of winning, and then everybody's happy. And we're at the retreat. Wow, if I would have gone a little bit faster, this is like another advertisement for speeding on my channel, which, you know, I'm not proud of, but hey, if I would have gone just a little bit faster, I could have made that in one video, and that makes me sad, but it's okay. This is the retreat. I hadn't planned on stopping, but I've never been up here, so I kind of want to check it out. I'm not hungry, so I don't want to eat. I don't drink, so I don't want to drink. I just kind of want to check it out. Nice little lodge, nice cute little area. This would be a great place to bring a significant other. So, if you're near the Las Vegas area, come to the retreat at Mount Charleston. Hashtag ad. Hashtag not really. They're not paying me. But this is just cute. And it would be cool to be up here at night because you'd be able to see stars and it'd be frickin' freezing. And, you know, you could take cute little walks. And depending on the year, or the time of year, I mean, see some snow. There's snow up here every year, just not all the time. So, yeah. Alright, so now, because we cannot go down the Lee Canyon Road, the connector, to the actual twisty that I want to go to, we're going to go back home. And on the way home, we're going to talk about some personal things. So, I don't know how much I want to share of everything. Like, I wasn't planning on telling my life story or anything, don't worry. I just want to tell you about like some things about me that not everyone knows, that eventually everyone's gonna know anyway. So we'll see. I'm gonna start talking about it and we'll see how much I feel like talking about all of it. So the first stuff I'm gonna talk about is health stuff. About 10 years ago, I had a really, really bad incident of tachycardia where my heart rate, I was like 31 at the time. So either 30, almost 31, or little jerky downshift, not much. Either 31 or 30, almost 31, I don't remember exactly. But extreme tachycardia, which is too high of a heart rate. So for my age, I think the appropriate, like the maximum heart rate is 190 or something like that at the time, and I was at like 200, and absolutely freaking out. Never experienced anything like that. Thought I was dying. Thought I was having a heart attack. I was not doing either of those things because it was just an inexplicable bout of tachycardia. And I did not see a cardiologist. I just went to the emergency room, and basically all they did for me was give me a horse's dose of Valium, and I slept it off. I slept for like 4.5, 5 hours in a hospital bed, and then they kicked me out. And it happened like a couple more times that I started getting really bad headaches because of it. So I made some lifestyle changes, I did some things back then that I don't do anymore, and let your imagination run wild with that one. And it stopped. But I started getting like palpitations, and like it felt like my heart would stop and then start again, and like skip beats or something like that. Like my heart was beating normal and now it's not anymore. And it would happen every so often and then go away. Sometimes it'd go away by itself. Sometimes I'd have to take medicine. For those of you who are cardiologically educated, there's not a lot that they can do for palpitations. They almost always blame whatever you do in your life. Like, they're like, oh, you smoke? Stop smoking. Oh, you drink? Stop drinking. Oh, it's due to anxiety. Be less anxious. Things are cured. Go to therapy. Find a way to de-stress, you know? It's almost always something else's fault. So, I tried to live a more stress-free lifestyle. Like, I had 2 kids. I had 1 kid when this started. And then I had 2 kids. And I love my children dearly. Hi, you too. But kids can be stressful sometimes. Everyone can be stressful sometimes. Life is stressful sometimes. So, like, there's only so many, like, stressors. Oh, I was already in 6th gear. Sorry, this bike is not equipped with a 7th gear. There's only so many stressors that you can remove from your life. And I did the best that I could to make my environment a better one for my heart without stopping smoking or drinking, because those are 2 things that I don't know, wasn't ready to do yet. And you know, it's fine. It continued and it got worse, and then it got better, and then it went away, and then I was happy. I was in my mid-30s, and in a way, like, rebuilding my life. You know, my son's mom and I had split, and I was doing different things, trying to be happy. That's really weird. Okay, well, oh, there's a bug! I hope I missed it. I'm sorry if I didn't miss you. You're dead now. Where was I? Oh, I was, like, rebuilding my life, trying to find happiness in new ways, raising 2 kids instead of 1 kid, making new friendships, and, you know, finding myself again, getting my groove back, if you will, in your home. So then it started again, and it got a lot worse. And to be fair, I used to binge drink, and binge drink is a pretty big no-no. Binge drinking. That bug just killed itself on my shoe. Oh, gross. Anyways, binge drinking, at least in terms of, I think the CDC or Mayo Clinic or one of those, like, medical institutions, the way they define it is more than 5 drinks in 2 hours, I think, the last time I looked it up. I was at more than that. Like, I would just drink and drink and drink, like 3 drinks an hour. Because I can drink fast, so I did, you know? And didn't see the problem with it. Did some things that I wasn't proud of. Put myself in bad situations. And I just didn't love the person that I had become and was becoming, because I was changing into something even worse. Almost fought one of my best friend's ex-boyfriend's entire family at a concert, and that was the second to last time that I was ever drunk. So I just decided to stop drinking, but it seemed like the damage had been done. I had started to have some bouts of AFib, atrial fibrillation, and AFib does not feel good. It feels like you have a giant metal butterfly in your chest that's bouncing around trying to get out. like your heart feels like it's beating like 5 times faster than it actually is, because your bottom ventricle, I think it's called, your bottom ventricle pumps, like squeezes the way that it's supposed to, but the top one, instead of squeezing the blood out, it like flutters instead. So it does not feel good. And it's not good for you either, because it's not pumping out blood as fast as it should, and in the same rhythm that the bottom part is. It's the most common form of arrhythmia, I think, atrial fibrillation, but it's also dangerous because it can cause a stroke. So blood will pool in the top part of your heart, and then it'll clot, and then when it finally goes out, it can go to your brain and it can cause a stroke. Or to your lungs and cause a pulmonary embolism. Lots of bad things can happen with blood clots in your heart. Surprise, surprise, just as bad as it sounds, if not worse. So, yeah, so I finally listened to my cardiologist. I finally did what I knew I was supposed to do and stopped drinking. The last time I was drunk was on Christmas Day, 2021, and I actually ended up in the emergency room. Not a great way to spend Christmas. Luckily, I made it to Christmas night when everyone had gone home, the kids had gone to bed, and then I just went to the emergency room, which sucks because I was with my wife, and that's like the time that I like, you know, like just thinking back about the fond memories of the day, and like hang out together, like cuddle, watch a Christmas movie before bed. Yeah, I didn't get that. So, message finally received. Stopped drinking. Started taking medicine for it's not medicine specifically for AFib, it's medicine to lower my heart rate. It's called a beta blocker, and that lowers your heart rate. So if you do have AFib, it's less dangerous, because the faster that the bottom is beating and the top isn't, the more blood can pool in your heart, which can cause a stroke. So their goal when you're in AFib is not necessarily to get you out of AFib if it's like bleeding temporary. It's just to control your heart rate to make sure that you don't stroke out. So started that medication, started to get better, but my heart is not okay. Like I have palpitations 5 to 7 days a week, and I just don't feel like a normal human. And I know I did it to myself, but I'm only 40, and it sucks. It sucks to be a heart patient going to a cardiologist and or the emergency room 4 to 6 times a year. Just didn't think I'd be here, but you know, how you treat your body in your 20s is how you feel in your 40s, and I treated my body like crap well into my 30s. So this is the reality that I have to live with. So I don't always feel like making videos. I don't always feel like being funny. I don't always feel like being a good friend. I don't always feel like being a good husband or a good father. And that's not really fair to people around me. So I try to do everything that I can to fight those feelings and be a good human, just because, or even though I'm not good physically, doesn't mean I can't be good mentally. So that is my struggle, and being okay, acting okay, takes a lot of medicine and willpower, and it's becoming harder and harder for me. That's the first thing. A lot of people know that about me. A lot of people know I can just say like hard stuff and they know to leave me alone. They'll ask how they can support me. I say, just leave me alone for a little, or, you know, can you do X, Y, or Z for me? And most of the time they do. So very grateful for the people in my life. Appreciate and love you. The second thing I've been avoiding talking about with a lot of people. There's very few people in my life that know this, and I cannot believe I'm sharing it with a community of strangers. I guess my only hope is that it's far enough in the video to where not everyone's gonna know. But started experiencing some other weird symptoms. In the beginning of the year, end of last year, had some imaging done and they found some weird stuff that needed to be investigated further. I put it off. I shouldn't have put it off, but I did. Well, July 4th, I officially got diagnosed with a brain tumor. There is some good news with it. I'm okay. Don't worry about me. There is a very, very large chance that it is not malignant. I don't know the scientific reasons behind that. Maybe it's because of the placement of it. Maybe it's because of, like, it's partially calcified. Many of you are, I don't know what they're called, encephalogists or neurologists, whatever. You can tell me why they think that it's most likely not cancerous. But the other good news is, even if it is, it's in like a very easy to operate part of the brain, according to my neurologist. The bad news here is my appointment with my neurological surgeon isn't until Halloween. So I still have over a month to go before I can find out more information. But we're pretty sure it's not like fatal news. Like, I have been dealing with my own mortality a lot lately, and the logistics and sadness and emotions of that. That is, wow, there's a KB home development up here? What in the hell? Anyways, that's mine to deal with. I'm going to give you as little of that as possible. But they're pretty sure that it's not even going to be necessary, that we're going to be good. We're going to be able to operate and get it out and find out that it's not cancerous and live happily ever after. So I don't want you to worry about that. I know it's easier said than done. Everybody that I've told about it has been worried about it, at least to some extent. But there's nothing we can do about it. A quote from one of my favorite actors, my favorite actor from one of my favorite movies, favorite actor Ryan Reynolds, which a lot of you have been saying recently, so thank you for that. But from Van Wilder, he says, worrying's like a rocking chair. Gives you something to do, but it doesn't get you anywhere. So, yeah, I think the processing of human emotion is very important, but I think we need to be careful how much power we let it give us, or how much power we give it, and how much influence over our lives that it has. I do think you need healthy outlets for it, and I think you should talk about it with some people, not everyone, but some people for sure. Riding a motorcycle is one of my outlets for it. And so far it's been a healthy one. But I do feel like I am more anxious than I have ever been before in my life. And I feel like that's justified. So I've also been in therapy. This is my fifth time in therapy in my life. Trying to deal with this stuff, the stress of work, trying to be a good dad, trying to be a good husband, trying to be a good human. And I will tell you, straight from the horse's mouth, that I do fail at those things frequently. But I do love my job. I do love my mother. I do love my wife. I do love my children. And I try to be better for them all the time. I hope you all do the same. I don't fully believe in the old saying that was a CTR. So I want to give him a long look back and see if he wants to play a little bit. I don't necessarily believe in the cliche, like if you're not getting better, you're getting worse. But if you're not getting better, you're not getting better. Like, you have to try. And sometimes trying is going to involve failing. And I think it's okay. And I think that trying to find people in our lives who will forgive our failures and learn and grow and change with us are the people that unfortunately we take for granted. And it sucks because usually when you realize it or they do, it's too late to do anything about it. But I am very grateful and I need to do a better job of telling those people. So for me, that starts today. It actually started a while ago, but it starts again today because every day is another opportunity, right? You have 24 hours to spend however you want. And pretty much the only person that has to answer for that is you. How do you want to spend it? I don't know how today's going to go for me. I can tell you that I'm pretty sad today and I don't feel like myself, but I do get to choose what kind of day that I have. And I've had a good time talking to you. Made it this far. Thank you so much for listening. I appreciate you all as well. Even though I don't know you, I know some of you. But yeah, I love life. I'm not ready for it to end yet. And I want to see where the path that I'm on right now takes me. And I really hope that the people who are surrounding me will still be there at the end of it. That's about as much as I choose to share for now. So, how the hell are you? Tell me in the comments. Do you have any major life things that have happened to you? You don't have to share with me if you do. Whether it's health stuff or just like big life lessons or whatever the case may be. You don't have to share what it is, but if you share how it like changed your outlook, that'd be cool. What are you doing differently that you didn't do before then? Love to know. In the community, we can make each other better, or we can talk crap about each other. We can argue with each other. Again, the choice is ours. So I hope that you choose to share something with me. If not, I totally get it. But for now, I'm just gonna enjoy the rest of this ride home. And you know what? I think I'm gonna take Lake Mead to my old stomping grounds, which I haven't been to in a while, and that is Taco Bell. I'm not gonna eat there, but I'm gonna go there. And the exit that we're gonna take to get there, you know what? I'm gonna let it be a surprise. I'm gonna surprise you. I updated my iPhone 14 Pro Max to iOS 17, and I freaking love it. It is fantastic. It's so much better, so much more stable than iOS 16. I love the features, the downloadable offline maps. Oh my god, how freaking cool is that? If you haven't seen it yet, and you don't understand how valuable this is, and how much you need this in your life, if you walk, if you run, if you off-road, if you ride motorcycles down back roads, and sometimes you unexpectedly or expectedly don't have service and don't always know the way to get back to the main road, this feature is for you. Dude, you can save like entire metropolitan areas offline, and it doesn't take up that much space. So my best friend, one of my best friends, lives in Austin, and I'm going there next week. And we're gonna do some exploring, and I saved like all of Austin. Like if you like zoom out from Austin and view like 20 miles in any direction away from Austin, I saved that whole area to my phone. Like that's so freaking cool. I don't know what the service is like in Austin. He probably does, but I don't. And I want to be able to have access to maps whenever I need it. So I downloaded all them shits, and now I have access to everything. and I'm a very happy boy. This is the surprise. Wiener Stencil! The beautiful, beautiful red and white W. I want you with me. Not today. Not today. You know, I'm not very hungry. I haven't had a very big appetite lately. Oh, that is the downside of shifting from second to first without clutch. It's a lot easier to accidentally go into neutral. Oh. But I fixed it. Yeah, I haven't had much of an appetite lately, so I'm gonna skip lunch. Or, I guess it's not even really lunchtime yet. Skip late breakfast, early lunch. Gonna go home, do some chores. Got lots and lots and lots and lots of stuff that I have not edited yet. I haven't actually even, I haven't edited a video since almost 2 weeks ago. I made a lot of content on the same day. I made 8 shorts on the same day. I did a lot of stuff to the point where I didn't really have to do anything for a while. I don't want to do that anymore. I want to try to find time, like at least once a week, to go on a longer ride and make some content. But life does not always work out the way that we plan it or the way that we want it. And last week was one of those weeks. This week kind of is too, to be perfectly honest, but this was very much needed for my brain, for my inner peace, my outer peace, and for my heart health. So thank you so much for being here with me. Take care of yourselves. Hit me up. Peace.